Welcome back, Sports Tonight on Channels Television. We're broadcasting live from our sports center in Lagos, Nigeria. Just gone by the development of table tennis in Nigeria. We just concluded the fourth edition of the National Junior League. About 96 young table tennis players came out to show that they can actually play table tennis. You listen to the former president of the NTTF, Waheed Enitan, showed this saying, we must create programs. We must get them busy. We must continue to promote them. We must keep the fire burning. We must be consistent, sustain the momentum from the junior league because there's so much talent that cannot be abandoned. And I don't know, Quadri said, I saw a young talent. I took a picture with him because that's one for the future. So I'm going to support him. So let's keep supporting sports at the grassroots. Let's talk about Nigeria's home-based D Tigers. They're right there at the AfroCan, the FIBA AfroCan is for basketball players playing in their domestic leagues. You know what we have for CHAN? Yeah, for football, they have that now for basketball. And Nigeria's home-based D Tigers will take on Algeria tomorrow, July the 23rd, in the round of 16 at the FIBA AfroCan as they push for a quarterfinal spot in the tournament solely for players. I told you, plying their trade in Africa. The D Tigers lost all 2 games in the group phase, losing 81-69 to Kenya when it started on Saturday, and suffered another 81-55 points defeat to DR Congo on Sunday in Bamako. For football, they will say that the CHAN is a reflection of your league. Are we safe to say the same thing for basketball? Yeah, it is what it is because it is the players back home that play in our domestic league that are representing the country. So it's an eye-opener. It's a reminder that we need to fix the league. It must be viable. Otherwise, we'll be getting this sort of results. They're in Mali, in Bamako to be precise. And following the defeats, the D Tigers will now play in a round of 16 to qualify for the quarterfinal, where the winner of that match, we play Angola on Wednesday. So let's wish them all the best. They've gone through some difficulties, some struggles, but hey, you're as good as your last result. So we're not just going to go to that now. Let's just hope that they bounce back and get to business. Let's go to Yenagoa in Bayelsa State and talk about grassroots football at the Restoration Cup. It is back again. What is that all about? The objective is to engage young talent, and the state government is doing so well with this, bringing the communities together, club side. And so, Toby, last year, the teams that did well, they put together an all-star team and called them the Restoration Starlets. I remember that story. The governor said they should go to Cape Verde to get more exposure. So they started this year's edition. Now, with what happened? These players will take it seriously now.
Yeah, I mean, you can have this beautiful facility in Bayelsa and make use of it, apart from the league football. And I mean, this is good. Last year, the all-star team, went to Cape Verde, had exposure. Be sure these players will be the same opportunities to get deals abroad, opportunities to improve, their football, and a lot. I'm really excited that this is back. Like we said for table tennis, we can't just stop continue developing. We can't just stop continue investing on grassroots football or grassroots sports. And this is where the joy is. This is where we can get talent that will represent the country at the IX level. And there's a lot they can bring, back to the state. From the business angle, also players travel, the state, the communities, they make money, the club make money. You can put it back to Bayelsa United to improve the club. So there's a lot football can give to you. And I mean, there's a lot of talents that will progress from this tournament. And hopefully also they'll get an international tournament to have a very good and better exposure for the boys.
This is the third edition. The governor says he loves the effect that he's bringing to the states. And said even when he stops being governor, he will keep supporting this tournament. And that's really interesting. The opening game was between the Aluku Dynamics of Bisani community. They thrashed Igbogene community 5-0. It's okay. The game is fair play at this level. We love the fact that they are using it to engage the youth, they're using it to discover talents, they're using it to inspire young persons in Bayelsa State. So we'll continue to monitor the Restoration Cup. It's the third edition already. Wow, let's see where they can go with that one. Let's get into the main discussion for tonight, the Nigeria National League playoffs. Look, we knew it was going to be very, very competitive because 6 teams were looking to gain promotion into the Nigeria Professional Football League. So these darling shooting stars, one of them. But it didn't just happen. Let's run through the results, and then we'll see some of the highlights that we try to get today. NAF FC, they lost to Jigawa Golden Stars by 3-2. So Jigawa Golden Stars take them. They're coming to the big boys league. Road Safety 1, Adamawa United 2. Adamawa United also gaining promotion. That's the result Toby don't want to talk about. 3SC 0, Aqua Starlets 3. Wow, Aqua Starlets, they were the underdog. Nobody would have expected. When Shooting Stars go all that way, without a tradition, without a name that they have in Nigerian League football, you'd expect that they put everything together and win it. But hey, football said no. And so Aqua Starlets won that one. We're going to see highlights from that one soon. Dynamite Force and Warri Wolves played goalless after regulation time. Penalties had to give us the winner. And it is Warri Wolves that won 5-3 via penalties. So Warri Wolves will be back to the league. But before they come back, we're going to have the Super Four, the final of the final, to give us the champion. And that's one, Toby, should really also get us talking.
Yeah, Super Four is good to produce the champions, but I think this is the most important thing for the clubs. I mean, this is where you secure a promotion to the MPFL. And like you said, I think the biggest result, with due respect to Aqua Starlet, I mean, for what they've done this season, because they've got a very good run also. You know, kudos to Aqua Starlet for what the coaches have put together. I mean, the regular season, they had 24 points. Their top scorer scored 6 goals in all competition this season. They've got former Aqua United players. You know, Racing is there. The captain is Anekwe Ekman. So,
veteran.
But Chidinma came into this team with a very good run also. Good profile, great history. And everyone thought 3SC had favorite. Yes, Aqua Starlet underdogs. I mean, Austin 3-0 against Shooting Star is an unacceptable result globally for Shooting Star fans. I've read a lot of comments on social media. It wasn't a pleasant moment, you know, not really a pleasant day for Shooting Stars fans. Aqua Starlet have really shown big this year, and really excited to see a club like this. They were founded in 22. They're about 17 years in the lower league. They got promotion to the MPFL. That's a very massive growth for them. Like I said, big work they did, big run they had in the normal league, and also scoring 3 goals this season proved that all they did during the regular season was not a fluke.
A clear testament that maybe the state government are doing the right thing. So we're going to have Aqua Starlets and Aqua United now. So it means they need to do more, because we've seen some states that had 2 teams, and you know the story. Austin. From Rivers to Delta, now
a lot. Even Oyo State struggled then with Shooting Star and Crown. See, Austin, the truth of the matter is, my opinion is, I don't fancy this idea of a sponsor, state club, so to speak, to have 2 clubs in the same league. I mean, to run 2 clubs, you know, the budget is very huge, over 500 million every year. You know how Aqua is one of the most richest clubs, you know, in the MPFL. You want to add Aqua Starlet to it. Yes, I know the government can do, but like I said, mentioned for Bayelsa, there is enough football facilities. I mean, the Nest of Champions is good. They've got good training pitches. I've heard a story how they will develop the Akwa Ibom Tachi Stadium also. So when you talk about the football facility, is in there. But the fund is very, very important. And I just hope the government will not struggle to fund these 2 clubs. But I know the government will be capable to do this. But like I said, I don't think I fancy this opinion of having 2 clubs from the main league in the same league. I think it's something LMC need to look at. They've tried to look at it in previous years, not really working. But I think it's one structure we need to look at.
But it doesn't concern the league management company. So what they do is they say, okay, show us your financial strength that you can take care of this thing.
It doesn't concern. It becomes when the government find it difficult to run the 2 clubs. We've seen it. There are history to this. There are stories to this. Oyo State struggle with Shooting and Crown. You remember the story of Delta State also. Warriors is also back. So you need to checkmate this before you get into that deep mess. That will bring a lot of issues to the league.
Let's just quickly get into the game. That's Aqua Starlet's first goal. You could see Paul defending once again. You could count the number of orange shirts in there, and
close to 8 players.
From a corner kick, you'd expect that they're man marking, and that ball went in. So I don't know. Yeah, everybody now doing the that's damn cool. It's okay. Aqua Starlet, they don't care at the moment. If they have about 4 teams, they are celebrating this one that they defeated Shooting Stars, and it's really, really huge for Aqua Starlets. After the action comes the reaction. The captain of Shooting Stars, the captain of Aqua Starlets, and of course, the coach. They've been reacting right after that match. Let's listen.
This is not what we planned for, but it's happened like this. It's happened at times like this. But we thank God. We go back home to go and start afresh, which I believe in the next season we will come out stronger. You know, we are using AstroTurf in our own side. Maybe I can say the pitch affected us small in the first half.
You can see from the starting of the game, we were playing 4-3-3. When we have the goal, we have to change and bring in more defensive midfield. We finished with a 4-5-1.
This is not perfect than whichever game that we needed to play along. It's just an ordinary game plan whereby we did not see ourselves being the ones playing. We saw God helping us in every of our matches. And you can see what is happening here. 3SC is an almighty team. Everybody saw us as an underdog, but God proved himself. It wasn't by my superior tactical plan. It was God's doing. My brother, I'm elated. I return all the glory to God.
So Coach Caleb said it was an ordinary game plan. Described Shooting Stars as the almighty club. But football said no. I know impossible is nothing, and you never say never. So it is what it is. Aqua Starlets 3, Shooting Stars 0. But Omololu Wahi, the captain of Shooting Stars, said something very, very important. And that again brings us to infrastructure development. He said we play our ground is AstroTurf. They went to the Stephen Keshi Stadium in Asaba and they saw grass. Ball behavior.
Yeah, ball behavior. The movement of the ball in the grass and the artificial is so different. I think on the artificial is much faster with the walk, quick, a bit of rubber on the pitch. But I also think it's a very poor excuse, Austin. they had about 3 weeks, I think about 3 weeks to know they will play on the grass. Why not move the club to where they will train on the grass? And I also think the management could have done that. I'm not sure here. I don't want to, make it blame games here. But I also think they should know. You train 3 weeks on the grass pitch, and which is better and easier to even, get along with. So it's a very poor excuse. But like you said, it's also important for us to check the kind of structure we are putting in our football. Too much of artificial pitches is getting out of edge in our football stadium in Nigeria. Too much.
So that's it. I'll just run through it again so you get to know Jigawa Golden Stars, Adamawa United, Aqua Starlets, and Warri Wolves. They have gained promotion to the Nigeria Professional Football League after they won their NNL promotion matches. So that's the picture coming from Jos, where NAF FC lost to Jigawa Golden Stars 3-2. That was another interesting match. Jigawa Golden Stars also, I think,
they're relegated in 2012. That was about 7 years ago.
Wow.
And funny enough, when they were going to go relegated, they got relegated due to a goal difference. Yes, they relegated to the goal difference. They finished with 48 points then in the league, and then I think they got relegated, due to goal difference. Really, really funny. They had -13, and Warri Wolves that survived, either of them had just +2 with the same point number. So 7 years ago, they got relegated. They are back. A good one for them. For Adamawa United, 12 years ago, they got relegated Austin in 2007. It was an abridged league, and they got relegated in Group A. So good to see most of these clubs.
Good to see Jigawa Golden Stars for a minute.
But for the clubs, the other club will not be happy. It's a very long distance.
for a minute, Yobe Desert Stars came to mind. It's Jigawa Golden Stars. And I love what I see at the Rangpal Stadium in Jos. It's looking good.
But it's artificial also.
Yeah, but
I was there a couple of weeks back.
It's looking good on TV, and went the way of Jigawa Golden Stars. So you're watching the match between NAF FC and Jigawa Golden Stars that was played from the Just Center, where Jigawa Golden Stars won by 3-2. Adamawa defeated Road Safety 2-1 in Makurdi. Aqua, we told you, thrashed Shooting Stars 3-0 in Asaba, while in Enugu, Warri Wolves prevailed 5-3 on penalties over Dynamite Force following a goalless draw result in regulation time. So that's the story. I'm glad I was seeing these pictures because we don't get to see a lot of the NNL. So we'll get to see more again when the Super 4 resumes. The Super 4 will be played in Asaba. That's the Stephen Keshi Stadium, and it will take place from July the 31st till the 3rd of August. It's good, Toby. But at this point, anybody you're tipping to go on to win?
I think Aqua Starlet, Austin. Like I said, they've got a very good run. 24 points during the regular season, spanked 3SC today for a team that also had a very good season. So I'm looking forward to them. Femi Ajayi, the top scorer, still goes in another competition. Like I said, they've got experience in that team. Ibukun, Ekwe, and the rest of the guys. So I think Aqua Starlet will get this.
That's right. So that's it. We'll wait to see if Toby's prediction is right. So I think for the Super 4, not Shooting Stars, so he's rooting for Aqua Starlet. So there you have it with the Nigeria National League playoffs. We already have the 4 teams that have gained promotion to the MPFL. We're just waiting for the Super 4 and then also wait for top flight football to begin in the country. We love our own football. So just in case, don't come and start asking questions. 4 teams. And by the way, we are going back to the proper league format now.
Yeah, very, very good.
Yeah.
You know, the 20 team, the proper league. And also we had enough time. If we can start the league in August to May, you know, the calendar now. We've got into the transition season where we'll start the season in August and in May. So there's a lot of months to play the game. So hopefully August, September, the MPFL will be back and then we'll enjoy, you know, beautiful games in the MPFL.
Okay, so that's it. We're waiting. But before that, more action for our Nigerian football teams. They now know their opponents in the CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederation Cup. You'll get to see the teams that they will go against. But Toby, let me just first, it has been corrected with what we saw. It's clear now that it's not Aqua United, it's Niger Tornadoes that will be going to the continent.
Yeah, continent. Yes, that's the rules. The cup needs to produce a representative. The fact is, if Kano Pillars had finished in the CAF with CAF Convention Cup ticket, maybe there could have been a switch of that. But already they have a CAF Champions League. The decision of Pillars to pick CAF Champions League ticket means Niger Tornadoes will represent. So it's good. It's good to see second division team on the continent. How much can they compete is another story. I remember the second division team from Senegal, run by an ex-international, came to Nigeria. Oh, can't recall the club name right now. So it's good to see second division team, even though they just got relegated. They're currently second division team. So let's see how much they can compete. If they compete well, get to the group stage, they will make a very big history for themselves.
Let's just run through that draw that has been done. Aimba will be busy in the continent. Kano Pillars will also be busy at the continent. Niger Tornadoes will be busy also at the continent. Niger Tornadoes is going against Ashanti with a lot of experience.
I think that's the Champions League draw because it's Champions League draw. Kano Pillars.
Kano Pillars.
Yep. Kano Pillars against, you know, pretty difficult, you know, draw for the 2 teams on the continent. I think if Enyimba skate through, they'll be playing possible opponents. There's a North African in between them. For Kano Pillars against a Ghanaian side, Kotoko, with a lot of history, and then maybe an advantage. The Ghana League hasn't been on for a while, but that might not be enough. Kano Pillars need to prepare. They've been there before. They've got experience. They've got fans behind them in Kano, so they just need to be ready. But I think Enyimba has been a team in the news with signing of players. Other teams have been very, very silent. And
very busy.
The kind of investment you make during the transfer window is very important, and also will determine your run on the continent, because it's not going to be a very easy game on the continent.
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to catch preliminary round in the CAF Champions League. Enyimba will take on Raimo FC. Ashanti Kotoko of Ghana. Our Ghanaian football have been through a lot. So specialists will say it shouldn't be any worry to Kano Pillars, but Kotoko comes with a lot of experience, a lot of history. So let's see what Kano Pillars can do right there in the CAF Champions League when the preliminary rounds will kick off. Let's take a look at the CAF Confederation Cup. That one also will get us talking, because Nigerian teams are also involved in it. Niger Tornadoes and Enugu
Rangers. They were there last year. Last season, they got to the group stages. The manager will not be available. I'm still looking out for what Rangers will do in terms of their new manager. Ogunboti has left. Destination not yet clear, but they need to bring a manager that can get the job done on the continent. Austin continental football is pretty a bit difficult. You need experienced players. You need quality players. And you need managers that can get the job done. For Rangers International, they are drawn by in the first round. Good for them. For Tornadoes, they'll be facing a team from Guinea. Guinean teams are also a very good side. So we hope these 2 teams and also the teams in the CAF Champions will give a very good run on the continent this season.
Okay, so that's it. The draw for the preliminary round of the CAF Champions League and the CAF Confederation Cup, giving us reasons to talk sports. Let's go on this break. When we come back, the Desert Foxes of Algeria, they're back home, and the people are treating them as kings. That's what football can do to you when you win. We'll talk about it. Don't go anywhere. Stay.